This is an overview of the Department of Education's Concussion Awareness and Management Program. It was first adopted during the 2010-2011 school year and has since been implemented by all Department of Education high schools and several private high schools as well. A concussion can be as minor as having your bell rung or as serious as this clip. Regardless of severity, returning before you are fully healed can have serious consequences, including permanent brain damage or even death. Firstly, what is a concussion? A concussion is a jarring or shaking that results in a disturbance of brain function. It doesn't require someone to be knocked out or receive a blow to the head to have a concussion. There are 1.6 to 3.8 million concussions in the U.S. annually. This number is generally believed to be underreported, since many concussions are hidden or not recognized by the person concussed or those around them. There has been a general increase in the number of concussions reported in state of Hawaii high schools, increasing from just over 200 in 2007 to 2008 to over 500 during 2011 to 2012. During this last year, there was an average of 10 concussions treated by the athletic trainers per school. Signs of a concussion include headache, weakness, numbness, or decreased coordination, repeated vomiting, slurred speech, loss of consciousness, is very drowsy or cannot be awakened, cannot recognize people or places, one pupil larger than the other, getting more and more confused, restless, or agitated, has unusual behavior, or convulsions or seizures. If your athlete displays any of these signs other than a headache or their condition is worsening, go to the emergency department or call 911 immediately. Symptoms of a concussion generally fall into the following categories: problems with thinking or remembering, physical symptoms, emotional or mood disturbances, or changes in sleep patterns. Because of the highly individualized nature of concussions, the student-athlete will undergo baseline testing every 2 years, generally as a freshman or a junior. It consists of the immediate post-concussion assessment and cognitive test, called the IMPACT, a computer test which assesses memory, concentration, focus, and reaction time, as well as the balance error scoring system, or BEST test, a set of 6 stanzas that must be maintained for 20 seconds by the athlete. These tests are performed in order to get an individual measure of an athlete's normal brain function, which will aid the concussion management team in making decisions during the return-to-play protocol. After a concussion, it takes athletes in the Department of Education an average of 22 days to fully return to play. However, the amount of time it takes to return to play can range from as little as 7 to greater than 30 days. On average, it takes an athlete 12 days to start the exercise portion of the return-to-play protocol. The concussion management team that helps the athlete complete this process has 3 parts: the family team, the medical team, and the school team. Each team has different strengths and can assist the athlete in different ways. The purpose of the concussion management program is to foster a team approach to concussion management, where the athletic trainers, coaches, physicians, parents, and the school team, including teachers and administrators, all share information and work together to return the athlete back to play in a safe and timely manner. The important thing to remember when dealing with a concussed athlete is there is no magic pill or special treatment that will make them get better faster. You can only have them rest in order to prevent them from getting worse or prolong their recovery. Rest is the best treatment for a concussion, both physical and cognitive. Cognitive rest is essential for the brain to heal. Just like not trying to run on a sprained ankle, you want to let the injured body part rest and give it time to recover. This can include limiting the work done at school, time spent watching TV, cell phone or computer usage, video games, or reading. The athlete can be allowed to participate in activities that do not cause any symptoms to occur or make symptoms that the athlete have worse. It is important to find this balance between rest and activity throughout the athlete's return to play. Physical rest not only includes not participating in the athlete's sport, but also their PE classes and any club sports that they may be involved in, as well as any additional recreational activities such as skateboarding, surfing, jogging, or anything that causes physical exertion. Again, the key is finding a balance between rest and activity that allows the athlete to participate as able. If an athlete is suspected of a concussion, the athletic trainer will conduct a sideline evaluation using the standard assessment of concussion and graded symptom checklist, which we'll discuss in the next slide. They will then decide whether or not the athlete needs an immediate referral, as well as activating emergency medical services, or using a delayed referral, If a delayed referral is chosen, the athletic trainer will give the athlete or the parent two forms, a graded symptom checklist form and medical referral form for concussed athletes. Should a student athlete become concussed, the athletic trainer will advise the athlete to return to the athletic training room for follow-up assessments. These assessments include the graded symptom checklist, which records the number and severity of symptoms that the athlete is experiencing. Cognitive function is assessed using the immediate post-concussion assessment and cognitive test, which was also one of the baseline tests that the athlete performed. Cognitive function can also be assessed using the standard assessment of concussion, a paper and pencil-based test that looks at orientation, memory, and concentration. Postural stability will be assessed using the balance error scoring system, which was the other baseline test performed. If the athlete no longer has symptoms and their cognitive and balance tests have returned to their baselines, they can obtain the consent from their physician to start the exercise portion of the return-to-play protocol. The student athlete must be without symptoms in order to progress, otherwise they must continue with cognitive rest. The return to activity plan is separated into 7 steps, each step being at least 1 day in length. Step 1 consists of complete cognitive rest. Step 2 is the athlete returning to school full-time. Before the athlete begins Step 3, they must be cleared by their physician and have returned to baseline levels in their BESS and impact tests. During this step, the athlete may begin walking or riding a stationary bike. Step 4 consists of sport-specific exercise, such as agility drills. However, no helmet or other equipment may be worn. Step 5 allows non-contact training drills in full equipment. Weight training can also begin at this step. Step 6 is full contact practice or training. Step 7 is a full return to play, and the athlete is cleared to participate in competition. Note that steps 3 through 7 will be supervised by the certified athletic trainer at the high school. Each step is separated at a minimum of 24 hours. It's not just football players that get concussions. Any athlete can get a concussion at any time. The risk is not just in contact sports. In fact, by percentage of total injuries, football is ranked 5th. Boys wrestling, cheerleading, girls soccer, and softball all have greater percentage of concussions. As more is understood about the dangers of concussions, education and awareness are key to correct treatment and recovery. Both cognitive and physical rest are important to student athletes' recovery. Here are some additional resources with information on concussions.